Alright, let's get this back down. Let's do this. You know, there's such a thing as inclement weather, but clement weather? You never hear that. Boned and deboned mean the same thing. I love you, Aaron Sorkin. Call me. I'm so tired. So I was at the gym the other day. Boom! And noticed on all the TVs around me that Fox News and CNN and MSNBC were all reporting on us bombing ISIS, or ISIL, or the Islamic State. Let's go with ISIS. And my first reaction to this was good, because that'll work. I may have said that out loud too, which... leave me alone. Anyway, after my initial progressive commie outrage, I had 30 plus minutes of running in place to think about why this is what we do in America to solve problems. We blow shit up. Is it because our country was born out of a violent insurrection and we still think that should work for everyone else? Because we're the world's last remaining superpower and we feel the need to periodically assert that fact? Is it because the Vietnam War and the Gulf War and the war in Iraq and the war in Afghanistan and the military actions in Syria have all worked so well that obviously we should just keep doing what we're doing? Sarcasm. The grumpy man's wit. Alright, I'm not here to argue the relative worth of violence in international affairs. I'm sure it can be argued that diplomacy takes a hit if we can't display our military and economic might every once in a while. I'm not here to argue. I'm here to talk about why. Why do we so often, as a country, try to solve problems with violence? Man, what's with my voice today? So John, we got it together, baby. 2 weeks ago, you talked about football and how it's a modern replacement for the Roman Colosseum. I'm with you on that. We've still got boxing and MMA and wrestling too, and hockey. It's certainly not as bad as prisoners fighting each other to the death, or cat burning, but it's still true that a lot of the entertainment we enjoy as a culture involves violence. My hobby of choice is certainly heavily reliant on violence. Oh, too bad for your face. And my passion, writing, not my actual passion, you sicko, can be reliant on violence, though killing a character on the page requires the imagination and cooperation of the reader, so it's a little more of a thoughtful process. I read an opinion piece on one of the game sites I frequent, which I like because it talks about the culture and effects and designers of games and not just the games themselves, which started with this interesting fact. In most video games, violence is how you progress. Violence is how you move forward. It's startling when stated that simply. From Mario and Zelda to Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto, the majority of video games use the metric of how much stuff you've killed as your measure of progression. Boss fights, group leaders, that door's locked? Go kill the owner of the key. Even the RPGs I adore with the long, sprawling stories, especially RPGs, have an intimate link with violence. You need to level up to get stronger throughout, like Final Fantasy. And how do you do that? You kill stuff. Sure, you can do quests to help out the townspeople, but that takes forever. Why not just go outside and wreck a few more monsters? The article posits part of the reason for this is that it's an easy programming solution and an uncomplicated problem, basically. These things want to kill you. Kill them first. It's a handy shortcut to emotion in a lot of entertainment mediums. Not sure what to do in a TV show's season finale? Kill somebody off. Nonviolent entertainment is the exception, not the rule. Can we also talk about how if you see a nipple or drop an F-bomb in a movie, it's straight to rated R, but kill a few dozen people and it's PG-13? No? We can't talk about that? And I think it's a handy shortcut for decisive action in politics, too. You don't think we're doing enough to help? Fine then. We'll blow something up. As soon as you see videos of the bombs dropping, you'll see that we're doing something. It's easily understood and almost instant gratification. And it's not like this is a new thing. The war on drugs is an easy soundbite. The alternatives of rehabilitation centers and outreach programs are harder to understand and take longer to explain. We shoot for the most quickly understood option. And in this case, the most quickly understood option is shooting. Another way life imitates art. We view violence as an action of the strong. We're a country that likes to do things, right? If you talk the talk, you better walk the walk. We like to act. Here's the thing. Talking is an action too. Sometimes you don't need to back it up with anything, but the gratification is certainly far from instant. Did that make any sense? I hope that made some sense. Let me know. Let me know down there. A couple of quick shout outs. Congratulations, Kit and John. Happy witted bliss for decades to come. We're right behind you. Speaking of which, happy birthday, my wonderful fiancé. You've made me such a lucky man that the government has actually prohibited me from playing the lottery. Lastly, John, that guy in Chad who signed up for He for She, I really, really hope his name is Chad. I've signed up too because there's a situation where violence is pretty much never called for.
Thanks for watching all. Peace out.